time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
We up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never been
ever
up
said.
3-1.
Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1.
Me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and
with Shaq. Replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
We up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never been
ever
up
said.
3-1.
Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1.
Kobe's never been up 3-1. You only respect the driver of the car. No one respects the passenger of rings, right? There's no one says it, but the one who's leading the one who's leading the team, that's the gold member right there. That ring counts.
And that finals, that last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
And that is a good way to segue into this. Oh, it ain't just Gil. That's what I'm saying. D-Wade's talking crazy. T-Mac's talking crazy. But it's like the old saying go from Tupac Shakur. People talk a lot of shit, but that's after I'm gone. Because they fear me in the physical form. Let it be known I'm troublesome. They would never say that while Bean was still breathing. Never. They wouldn't even dream of uttering those words. I mean, the Kobe disrespect has been coming out because he was better than them. They were jealous. D-Wade was jealous that Kobe was winning championships. He was like, oh no, we got to stop this. I got my one. I can't go out with just one. Kobe winning championships. We got to come together to stop this. We got to start this thing down here in Miami. Now, let's get to the gist of this. Because I want to go to T-Mac. Love T-Mac as a player. He's almost everything Kobe Bryant was. As far as the ability. As far as the skill set. You were almost everything Kobe Bryant was. To the letter. Defensively, T-Mac, I heard somebody said T-Mac didn't play defense. T-Mac did play defense. He was a good defender. But let's get real. Let's get real here. Because I want people to understand what it is that we're talking about when we start saying, oh, this is what happened, this is what goes along. And he said, if you'd have replaced me with, take Kobe away and put me on that team, there's no way we don't win a championship. We don't win no championships? No. They don't win one championship with you. And you want to know why, T-Mac? You don't have the it factor. Vince had the it factor. Your cousin, he had it. You didn't have it. You was just a great player You didn't have the killer instinct. You didn't have the tenacity. You didn't have that intensity that when the rubber meets the road, they know that they can go to you in the playoffs when it really mattered, and you would come through. You have failed impressively at that consistently. So when they were down 14 to the Portland Trail Blazers in the fourth quarter, pushing and vying to go to the next level, win the game, and you go to the NBA Finals. This game 7 against Portland. They down 14 in the fourth. You don't have enough poise in you to will that team back. And I'm talking as a fan of T-Mac. I'm somebody that's a huge fan of T-Mac, the way he played, footwork, offensive game, defensive game, his length, his long arms, his range. He was incredible. But he lacked that element. And I got to see it year after year after year. T-Mac was ridiculed in his whole career of never getting out of the first round. And he blamed Grant Hill not being there as the reason why. They were up 3-1. All they have to do is win one game, and they couldn't do it. This happened numerous of times under his wing, saying he never had the opportunity. T-Mac, you played with Yao Ming. Yao Ming and Shaq are the 2 number 1 centers in the game. Shaq is out of the West. You playing with Yao now. Shaq is in Miami. You in the West. There's no other big center in the West except for Yao Ming. And they made a trade in 2004 to bring you over when they got rid of Francis. And sent him to Orlando and brought you over there from Orlando. You was averaging 32 points a game when they traded you. What happened? What happened, T-Mac? You and Yao played the Dallas Mavericks. I remember it like the back of my hand. I remember it. You played the Dallas Mavericks. Y'all were up 2-0. Yao had about 30-some points. You had almost 30. Because they were saying, man, both of these guys got like 60 other points. Y'all were up 2-0 on Dallas. Now they weren't hurt. They were in prime condition. What happened when y'all were up 2-0? Y'all lost the next 2 games. Then you were up 3-2. Y'all end up going to game 7 and got blown out by Dallas in game 7 in the first round. You came up short. You're not the guy. T-Mac, you're not the guy. That team went all the way to the NBA Finals. You want to know what happened, Mac? Tell them what happened, Mac. Or you want me to do it? You want me to tell them what happened, Mac? You see, I kind of think you want me to tell them what happened. This guy didn't show up. Josh Howard shut you down. You got shut down by Josh Howard. That would have never happened to Kobe. Now, what happened after that, Mac? The next year, y'all got hurt. The next year, y'all don't even make the finals or whatever. You miss some games. Y'all come back. Y'all got hurt. Y'all had a 22-game win streak. Y'all was down damn near for the whole season. He came back for the playoffs. Then he got hurt again in the playoffs. He was never the same. Injuries came in through the latter part of that career for the both of you. Then by the time Kobe was winning championships in his 30s, you were already broken down. Because you didn't have the sacrifice in you like Kobe did. Not saying you didn't work hard. You didn't work Kobe hard. Kobe was driven. He had a championship tenacity. You never played championship basketball, T-Mac. You played and won ball enough to win some games. You don't have it. To win a championship, it's a mindset. It's mentally here. You got to be driven. That's my goal. That wasn't your goal. You're not Kobe Bryant. No, you're not Kobe Bryant. You had a lot of the physical attributes and skill sets, but when it came down to it, there is an element that you do not possess that he does, and he did. And that guy knows the game front and back. Could write down every play, study plays over and over. You were not that guy. You weren't disciplined like that. You had great athletic ability and talent, and this is where you and Gilbert Arenas come into play. Y'all work hard on your games, but y'all don't have a championship winning mentality. Gilbert Arenas never thought about winning championships. He didn't care about that. He cared about money, cars, hoes. Money, cash, car, money, cash, go up, money, cash. And what got me, as we get off you, Mac, we just wanted to point out how ridiculous that was. The guy who's always the sidekick, right? He's always the instigator. He's always the one that's in the way. Gilbert Arenas. He can't never say nothing or do nothing without somebody there holding his hand. So Gilbert Arenas shows up. He decides to add his 2 cents. One, none of these guys they have never made it to a conference finals. T-Mac was on a team, never playing, when the Spurs made it to a finals. Sitting on the bench. None of them knows what it's like to even be in the Eastern Conference Finals or Western Conference Finals. The only thing they've led a team to is the first or second round, and they were out. The furthest Gilbert Arenas has ever made it playing on a team, he had Kwame Brown with him. That's when he won his most games in his career, is when he had Kobe Bryant. That's the furthest he ever made it. Now, here they are talking about championship and GOATs and all of it. These are two guys that basically underachieved. T-Mac was he's an NBA 75 all-time player. But for Gilbert Arenas to come out and literally call Kobe Bean Bryant Scottie Pippen, that's the most insulting comment you could ever make about Kobe Bean Bryant. A man who led a team to 2 championships, something Scottie Pippen has never done. Scottie Pippen has never led the league in scoring. Scottie Pippen is a facilitator first. He is what you would call Chris Middleton. He's an accessory piece, a role player, not a franchise player. You don't build a franchise around Scottie Pippen. He doesn't have the mental makeup to get that done. Scottie plays well if you have other players around him where he could just play a role. But when the pressure is on the line, they didn't go to him. Y'all love to bring up that one season. I am from Chicago. I remember all the championships. I remember every championship the Bulls won. I was right here in this city when they won them. Didn't root for them bastards not one time. Piston fan, born and bred. Now, let me explain this to you, because many of you just don't understand it. When we talk about greatness and talk about the best to ever do this, Scottie Pippen was looking good because the rest of the team was playing well in 94. It was Tony Kukoc's basically his rookie NBA season. He was coming off the bench and gave them a spark off the bench. And when the game was down the line, Tony Kukoc would be in there closing time and would hit a shot to win the game. He had 4 or 5 game winners that year. So in the playoffs, when it was down the stretch, Scottie thought he's going to shoot the last shot. They was like, nah, we going with Tony Kukoc. He got mad and sat his ass down like, I ain't going in the game then. And they was like, this is going to ruin your whole career. He didn't go to the game, go in the game. They said, F him, we're going to run it without him. Ran the play, went to Tony Kukoc. Tony hit the shot, and they won the game and made Scottie look like the biggest idiot in the world. They not going to you because they saving you. By them letting Tony shoot that shot, that took all the pressure off you. They know you're not made for those moments. You a game manager. Tony was a better shooter of the basketball than you, Scottie. That's why he was there for those moments. Nobody knew anything about Tony Kukoc. This was his first time in the NBA. They didn't scout him. So the Knicks fell asleep and they hit that shot and they ended up going 7 games because they're the Knicks. So they go to 7 games and they called this foul on Scottie and they was, man, yeah, we would have went to the championship in Chicago if it wasn't for that foul. If it wasn't for that foul, y'all would have went to the next round where y'all would have lost to the Pacers. Bottom line. And the whole thing is this. The New York Knicks is who everybody thought was going to the NBA Finals, and they did. After beating the Pacers, they go to the Finals. And they played the Rockets, okay? So we all know how that went. But to say Kobe Bryant is that guy, no. Because he went up against Kobe Bryant. Scottie Pippen went up against Kobe, a young Kobe who hadn't won a championship yet. They're down 14 in the fourth, game 7. And here's a guy who wants to get his first championship. And Scottie Pippen's got a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter with Rasheed Wallace. He's got a loaded team and the Portland Trail Blazers, and they needed somebody to balance it out. The Lakers are coming back. They're struggling with their offense, and they're giving the ball to Scottie Pippen. Like, come on, OG. This is why you here. And he came up small every time, missing every little shot, everything he did. He didn't know how to approach closing the game because he doesn't know this moment is too big for him. This is the guy in Chicago who said, I got a migraine headache. I can't go in game 7 against the Pistons. We got a championship ring because of Scottie Pippen. Thank you, bum. You folded from the pressure. Oh, I couldn't answer the bell. Yeah, you couldn't. You went out there and got overwhelmed. So it was like, did Horace Grant have a headache too? No, you didn't know how to win. And that's the same thing we tried to tell people, is that they are role players. When Michael is there, it took all the pressure off you. You was about to be traded before Michael Jordan. If Jordan don't come back, you gone in 95. They was moving away from you. You was mad you wasn't getting a bonus, and you wanted to be traded. And they was like, we finna oblige you. You finna get you up out of here. And Mike said he was coming back. And he said, don't trade BJ. Don't trade Scottie. And they kept him. So BJ was there that year. And then after that, Phil got rid of BJ Armstrong and left him up there open for the expansion draft for the Raptors. Toronto Raptors. And boy, you want to talk about somebody being pissed? BJ Armstrong was the first pick from the Raptors. They took BJ Armstrong in the draft, and he felt that was Phil Jackson's doing. And then he was like, man, I'm not gonna play for y'all, man. So Isaiah let him go because BJ Armstrong's from Detroit, and Isaiah was the GM of Toronto. And he was like, man, I don't even want to do this, man. I don't know who that is. Now, let's get to the big hoopla of what's going on. Kobe was going at Scottie and giving Scottie the business. Michael Jordan, when he retired and Scottie went to Houston, he went to watch the game, Kobe versus Scottie. Scottie was getting off, but so was Kobe. He was putting on the show for Mike. Now, I get it. This is a Clutch Sports entertainment situation where they want this narrative. They think by downing Kobe Bryant, that elevates LeBron James. It does not. He's a bum. So you could think you lowering Kobe. No. Kobe is not at y'all level. Y'all are not at Kobe Bryant's level. Gilbert Arenas is proud, and his only claim to fame in a basketball court is that he scored 60 or something on Kobe. I scored 60 on Kobe, 50 on Kobe, whatever. How many points he scored in a regular season game when Kobe was whooping his ass every other game. Every game. He's known for LeBron James tapping him on the shoulder saying, if you miss these free throws, it's over. In the playoffs, Gilbert Arenas blows both free throws and calls his team to lose. This is what I'm talking about. You got these guys having this conversation. T-Mac and Gilbert Arenas. It's like, really? Is this what I got to deal with right now? You're giving me T-Mac and Gilbert Arenas? They've accomplished what? Nothing. So their conversations about championship and what it takes in that moment, it's like you can talk like that to Stephen A. Smith. That's the fake it till you make it guy I've ever seen. But you can't talk like that with real people, people who know this game. Gilbert talks. Gilbert only had 3 years. He had 3 years he was hot. After 3 years, he was done. He got the money, and then he stopped training the way he used to, tore his knee up, didn't rehab the right way, and he was done. He never was a championship or a winner. They lost the national championship game in Arizona. He got outplayed in the championship game. He was terrible that game. Came up small. Richard Jefferson came up big. And because of how goofy Gilbert was, everybody's crying in the locker room talking about coming back to run it back because they, emotions is high. They want to come run it back. Man, we can't go out like this. We got to stay together, man. We can come run it back. We can come run it back, man. Let's just stay together. Come back. They told Gil, man, we're going to come back, man. We talking about coming back, man, and do this again. Gilbert. Come back. Oh, no way. I'll come back to visit. I'm out of here. I'm first round. I'm first round in the draft. I'm getting my agent on the phone right now. He said, come back. So, yeah, Gilbert didn't care about it. He was like, they had just lost the national championship. He didn't care. He didn't play well. He was terrible. But he had a good tournament all into the championship game where he dropped an egg. But Richard Jefferson played great in that. And guess what? A switch. Richard Jefferson got drafted ahead of Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert falls to the second round. It was just very fortunate for him that Gilbert, who actually had skills, was able enough to get a contract. So about time everybody was in their first and second year contracts, they were pretty much stuck for the first 3 years before they get their deal. Because Gilbert only had like a 1 year, 2 year deal. He was able to get a big, massive contract while the first round picks was still in their deal. Because he had played so well, they was, whoa, this guy here, we got to sign him. So in 2 years, he was able to get a massive deal and get paid early. But it's just fortunate for him it worked out that way. Now, Gilbert was skilled. He just wasn't a winner. Individual scoring offensively, skilled. But winning ball games, that wasn't his forte. Oh, yeah. T-Mac was, man, the coach wanted to get rid of him right away, saying he couldn't play. Darryl Walker, he just wasn't a serious kid when they drafted him. He just had all this athletic talent. And they were finna trade Scottie Pippen for T-Mac. We all know that. And we're not taking anything away from T-Mac. T-Mac was a phenomenon as a player. But he wasn't a winner. The Rockets had won 55 games, 50-some games, another 52, and it was just ruined. All injury and just bad decisions. Mm-hmm. Now, when we start looking at the next person who opened his mouth, because it wasn't just those two. Which I don't know why they keep speaking on Kobe's legacy when it's like, what is the point? Focus on why LeBron sucked. Now, D Wade, aka Grover from Sesame Street, decides to come out here and open his mouth and say something really stupid. He must have his wife, Gabrielle Union's butt plug stuck up his butt again. But he sat up there and said Kobe Bryant played bad in the finals and people thought Pau Gasol should be MVP against the Celtics. Wow. No, that was the first time I ever heard that in my life. Now, I remember this game, but I want to be accurate. So that was the 2010 finals. Kobe averaged 28, 8, and 4 in 7 games, right? Now, we all know Kobe had a bad game 7. But let's look at this together. Because I don't want to be wrong here. Let's look at it together. So we will experience and go back in the time together. Game 1, Kobe put up 37, 6, and 1. In game 2, he had 21, 5, and 6 with 4 steals. In game 3, Kobe had 29, 7, and 4. In game 4, he had 33, 6, and 2. In game 4, that's what he had. In game 5, he had 38, 5, and 4. In game 6, he had 26, 11, and 3. And in game 7, where he struggled shooting that night, he had 23 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now, Kobe found other ways to contribute to that game to get them that victory. And he hit the shot down the stretch when it counted. They always show you the Ron Artest 3 that put them up 6. But when the game was close, Kobe hit the shot when he wasn't hitting the shot all night. He hit the shot when it mattered to give them that lead. Yes, Kobe played 34, 44, 43, 44, 40, 45 minutes. Kobe is playing, sir. So Dwayne Wade believes that Pau Gasol, Kobe played bad that series. Really? I don't think the Celtics believe that. Okay, that's just regular. We need the finals. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. They say Pau Gasol is MVP, right? Pau Gasol is MVP. When you look at those numbers, first game, 23, 14, and 3. Good, solid game. Game 2, 25, 8, and 3. Game 3, 13, 10, and 4. Game 4, 21, 6, and 3. Game 5, 12, and 12. Game 6, 17, and 13. Game 7, 19, and 18 with 4 steals. He averaged 18 and 11 for the finals against Boston. Celtics were not intimidated by Pau Gasol as his numbers dropped as the finals continued. Now, so when what's his name? Wade, when he said that statement about Kobe being Bryant, and you made that statement saying that Pau Gasol should have been MVP of that series, and people thought he should be MVP. Besides, I don't think Pau's family even thought like that. And for somebody who has 3 NBA championships to say something so stupid, there must be an agenda in place. Because Wade, the only knock on your whole legacy is the fact you was traded. And you was traded by LeBron James. And he sent you back to Miami. He sent you home. Now, and you still behind him. He took the credit for everything. And you was mad after you won that championship with Shaq. And y'all was built to win. And y'all got the ring and all that. And it all went downhill with Shaq and Pat Riley, and it all fell apart. And you was done. Bean rose up and started winning championships. And got his number 5. Y'all hate that. But look, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault what's going on here. The only person's fault it is pretty much these people here who are trying to run a scam on the world.
During that shift in private equity.
Now, The reason they running a scam on the world is because other people want to see them in their moment of weakness or the moment of truth or whatever they want to call it, right? People want to be seen in a whole different avenue. I don't know why he talking. A lot of people are surprised he talking. I'm like, why is he talking also? He never struck me as the type of individual that I would hold true in this session. You know, like I wouldn't look up to him and be like, man, if it wasn't for you, you know, it's like I wouldn't even look at him as that guy. You know, I just don't see him in that fashion or that Grenier. You know, D Wade was a guy whose career was pretty much shut down. He was a great player and he was a winner, but he was never at the level of Kobe and none of those guys. He couldn't shoot the basketball well. And the year he did work on his shot and he had his best year, his career was met with a lot of injuries. And that hindered his game a lot. And when he bounced back from that major injury he had and he missed the whole season pretty much, and he came back and got that like MVP year in Miami, that's when he was flash and he was that guy. He had that quick first step and he can get to the rim and do whatever he needed to do. But he basically made a living off the free throw line until he had that 1 year and he you know, beast up. But he had a winning attitude. He had and possessed what Gilbert and T-Mac did not possess. D-Wade could go out and close a game at the highest level. They couldn't. You know, some of these people just talk out their ass and they act like they try to rewrite history. And when they try to rewrite history, just because they on TV right now and they know people don't go and research this stuff, that's how they end up in these bad situations. And they look crazy. It's like, man, y'all look crazy out here. I'm like, dog, you had Yao Ming. Y'all was up 2-0. That's the math team that ended up beating y'all and going to the finals. They was looking, everybody looking at them to be out. And here you come with the nonsense. That's because many people don't understand it. It's like they ain't live it, so they don't get it. Now it's back moving slow again. I'm gonna tell you something. Take Kobe out of that lineup. Okay, T-Mac, take Kobe out this lineup. You talking about with Shaq. Take Kobe out this lineup and replace him with you. Y'all winning, you winning back-to-back championships, T-Mac? I don't know who this number 9 is. Who the hell is he? Y'all winning back-to-back? Let me know. That's what I need to know right there. Cut and drive. MJ not even winning with that team. See, you keep making it about the fact that we don't remember. You're dealing with somebody that knows. Okay, I watched Jordan win all 6 of his championships, so I know this whole game. I was watching this game when Gilbert was in the backseat of a car living, when he was a backseat baby. Kobe had an it factor. He came in the NBA saying, I want to win 8 championships. 8. Shaq didn't have that. That wasn't Shaq's thing. Shaq just wanted to win a championship to shut everybody up. Like, see, they said I'd never win a championship. I finally did it. Now I could chill. I improved myself. Because after that first year, he gave up. Shaq started ballooning up in weight so fast. Kobe and Yao Ming in Houston. To do what? If Kobe played with Yao, let me tell you what would have went down. If Kobe played with Yao Ming, it's all over, baby. It's all over. No, you wrong. T-Mac was a great defender now, Derek. He can defend. He had the long arms. He was great as far as getting his hands in and getting steals because he had long arms. So you had to be really careful with how you approach Tracy McGrady. Mm-hmm. I don't see no other fools really talking crazy about Kobe. You know, it's always those who didn't win championships. Like Draymond had to come out and put these dudes in check. Draymond was like, look, y'all dudes ain't won nothing. What y'all doing talking? And he was like, man, I'm breaking down a narrative. It ain't about championships. Well, the worst thing, well, his name is Tracy, okay? They ain't gonna let a guy named Tracy do anything. Okay, the only Tracy we know is Tracy Morgan. Now we respect, that's why he called himself T-Mac. They weren't gonna let a Tracy guy do anything. I mean, who are you, Dick Tracy? Yeah, we get Tracy Chapman. No, we're not letting Tracy's do nothing on this side. I don't know if Kobe, not Kobe, but Kwame Brown seen it. He probably heard about it now. I didn't really go into it. Because if you could play and win with Shaq, then you should be able to play and win with this team, right? This the team you should play with, T-Mac. T-Mac was a problem. Yes, he was definitely a problem. An outstanding player, has about the same abilities as Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant has a kill switch. And when he hit that kill switch, it's over, B. That's the difference. People didn't respect the, you know what I'm saying? It's like respect the architects in here. Kobe Bean is for real. God damn it. Way to go. TNT. I don't know where that's at. My buddy just won $1,500. You can say on what? Well, that's what's up. He said MJ Pippen had Rodman too, so it was a trio, not a duo. That don't even count. Like that's a veteran team coming together to win. Like no other team had a shot. Dennis Rodman was the most winningest player in the league. He just came from San Antonio for 2 years, where David Robinson had record scoring champion, everything. They were the number one team in the West. And David Robinson just got schooled in the Western Conference Finals by Hakeem Olajuwon. See, people don't realize that these things were not supposed to be. Hakeem was most valuable player, and David Robinson didn't really show him the proper respect that he was supposed to give to him. And he just gave it to David Robinson. And then everybody blamed Dennis Rodman. It's like, I'm sorry. Larry Bird said, if you want to win it, it's Kobe. But if you want to have fun, like I did playing with Bill Walton, then it's LeBron James. That Kobe man is a tough cat. Exactly. If you want to win, you get Kobe Bryant. But if you want to have fun, and that's what Chuck Daly used to ask people all the time. He said, let me ask you a question. Do you want to have fun? Do you want to win? I want you to think real hard about that. Do you want to have fun or do you want to win? You want to have fun? Go over there with LeBron, man. They having a lot of fun over there. They doing silly TikTok dances, shrugging their shoulders. They doing all kind of goofy shit. I mean, LeBron James is not even in the top 50, 60, 70. Like, he's not up there. Like, I don't know what the hell people talking about. As a basketball player, man, I would not put LeBron over no Kyrie Irving. You must be on crack times 3,000 to say that that man is a better basketball player than Kyrie Irving. But see, this is what I be talking about. When guys are basing this off of statistics instead of like, what are you basing it off of? The guy has the most points in NBA history. You know, they want to come up with anything they can to move the goalpost. See, moving that goalpost is essential for them. Because they know if they move the goalpost, they could change it to what they want it to be at any time. Anything they want it to be, let's just flip it and change it. Well, they're going to keep going down that line. That's what's going to end up being. Because the more you go down this road, right, the less and less you're going to see change. You're going to see this type of lazy, just make something up. They just say, well, I'm just podcasting. Well, what the hell is that? Well, I'm podcasting, you know, that's what we do here. I don't get it. You was just podcasting. Okay, what's that? None of these dudes think straight, bro. They don't. Right. I mean, you got She-Wade out here. He can't be talking. He walking around with his woman's doggone mascara on. Couldn't be Kobe Bryant. You are in no position to talk about Kobe being Bryant, sir. No position. Oh, they hate because that's their hook. See, the worst thing that ever happened to Gilbert Arenas is the success he got when doggone Loco and Kenya Martin start yelling back at each other, back and forth. He got all excited. Oh, that's gonna bring the money. Everybody gonna want to see that. Y'all two go at it. So now that's the new narrative. People gonna want to see y'all go at it. Oh, everybody want to see y'all go at it. Well, that's because most people don't think like how I think. When I see something, if I feel like I want it, I take it. It's all about how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as a winner? You see yourself as a loser? Me, I'm gonna say winner all the time. Nah, man, ain't nobody worried about that. Look, I done told people 6 ways to Sunday. All righty. No. There's so much stuff going on it's incriminating on the podcast game. All these dudes, they talking about podcasting so much, don't they? Like, oh, they love podcasts. Podcast game is where it's at. Oh, man, I podcast. Everybody, they just want to say something crazy. Now, every day you see in Kenya Martin, they got him doing the goofy stuff now. And that's not what he do. He arguing at it with Kenya. I mean, they trying to do this for the ratings because the show is gone off the wire. Who's shooting me? Playing this damn video game and getting my ass rocked for no reason. Man, I told y'all a long time ago about that. Hell no. All they do is fake it till you don't make it. That's all they doing is faking it. I kid you not. That's all they doing now is faking. They lying, B. Straight lying. That's all they doing. Okay, I dropped him. Sit here and chill and rest. Damn, that's all I can get now. Man, ain't nobody thinking about it because at the end of the day, oh, damn, I walked into a ball. Damn it. I had these fools. Yeah, they messing with the casino. LeBron James killed the game. Oh, he absolutely did. That's without a doubt. The game was a lot better when LeBron James wasn't in it. That is the truest statement to form. What metrics do I have to say that? Okay. That Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas are better than Michael Jordan. Well, Okay, clown. We'll introduce you to the circus. Okay. Being the fact that I've seen both of these guys play, watching both of these individuals play, I've learned a lot from watching them play. And watching them play against each other. I can tell Isaiah Thomas at the time that he played Michael Jordan was light years better than Michael Jordan. I've already shown that Oscar Robertson was the first guy to dominate the entire league from a rebounding, scoring, and assist standpoint. The triple-double is created by him. It was never called the triple-double before. And they said, oh, wow, he averaged a triple-double for his career. He did more than that. Do you know what he did? He didn't average a triple-double. This man was doing it 2 years before they even started recording it. They never recorded it before him. Do you know how? That's why we don't use triple doubles and statistics like that. He just had an instant impact on the game. So when you can tell someone's actual gameplay by their skill set and presence and how they changed the game, the moment he got to Milwaukee with Kareem, he finally got another player with him. He won a championship. So I'm just saying, it's more remarkable to me what somebody with lesser talent can do. He was smarter. Like Michael Jordan could palm a ball. He could jump out of the gym. He had a lot of physical attributes that assisted his game. So anything that he had flaws in, that part and that element covered and masked a lot of it. With LeBron James, same thing. LeBron James had a lot of athleticism, but Michael Jordan had coaching. He had schooling. That's because many people didn't understand that the game of basketball was completely different back then. It was more real. You didn't have a lot of manufactured champions or manufactured players. If you couldn't play, we knew. The game dictated who was going to be a superstar. Believe me, the league tried to make superstars. They thought players was going to be superstars, and the game would expose that, oh, no, they're not. And they would have to abandon that. Remember Harold Miner was getting the rollout as the baby Jordan? Yeah, they thought he was it. Here it is, baby Jordan. Rex Chapman was supposed to be in Lexington, Kentucky. He's from Lexington, Kentucky. They called it Rexington, Kentucky. Rex Chapman. And Rex was good, but, he ain't Jordan. He ain't on that level. Those guys knew how to play the game. They figured the game out. It wasn't about scoring 30 and 40 points a night. They could score 30 and 40 a night if they want to. They do it if they need to. If it's an absolute need to do it, then they would do it. Other than that, you didn't see them going out there trying to. What the hell was that? You didn't see them going out there trying to do that. When you keep seeing people do things that don't usually add up or don't make no sense as to why they doing it, that's when you start asking questions. Like, y'all disgusting to me. Lynn Bias is on his way. No. Clowns gonna do what clowns gonna do. You know, so when you hear something like this.
Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you said, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
We up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never been
ever
up
said.
3-1.
Kobe's
never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1.
You only respect the driver of the car. No one respects the passenger of rings, right? There's no one says it, but the one who's leading the one who's leading the team, that's the gold member right there. That ring.
So no one respects Klay Thompson. Is that what they trying to let us know? No one respects Klay Thompson. We can only respect Steph Curry. Why are these people talking? That's how I looked at it. That's how I treated it. It's like, if you're gonna be that way, you're gonna be stuck in your ways forever. There is no way out. Oh my God. They sending me Jim Jones closing the show at Summer Jam. Like, you gonna talk about Jim Jones? I've already talked about Goonie Goo Goo. I don't want to talk about him no more. He got his. No. Nah, man. Gilbert Arenas is what you would call he's special. The slow bus, yes, is definitely there. But he doesn't have a care or concern. He doesn't have a dog in the fight. He's there to make content. It's like, dog, you're on Gil's Arena, right? That's your platform. Why are you on this show? You trying to get out. You didn't let everybody else run the show while you was gone doing this athletic trip. So you get up out of there. Because he knows at the end of the day, this is only going to go so far before people get tired of the same old, same old. The show is it's reductive. I mean, I can't really listen to it no more. Couldn't do that sooner, huh? What a goofy. No, man. It's for me, that's it. There's nothing too much to say after that. We didn't already close the show. Done is done, B. That's the way we always look at it. It's like, okay, done. What's done is done. Oh, hell no, I ain't say that. Get me back my way. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. No, they don't. These people just saying stuff for content. They all for content purposes only. That's it. All right, let's rock. Yeah, I'm up out of here. Damn. Well, we was rocking. I'm rocking them up. I'm rumbling them up in here. Jadakiss better than Nas. You can't name 5 Jadakiss songs, man. Stop. That's what I be talking about, man. It's new generation. None of these guys think straight. So I've been trying to tell people all along, they don't think straight. Thoughts be mad jagged. But I'm like, none of them know what it's like to be in a championship game. Gilbert, T-Mac was on the bench and didn't even get put in the game his final year in the league playing for the Spurs. That was his only time he got out of the first round, is when he didn't even play. Joe Mo feeling himself because he got some song. Joe Mo can feel himself all he wants. If it's 5 seconds of fame will be up and he'll be right back on the damn podcast with his damn Love and Hip Hop 97 with his girl. You know what I'm saying? Nobody love me. You know, I ain't had no sugar. You know, everybody, they always had money and clothes. They ain't asking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking for nothing, but I always front line. You know what I'm saying? Always front line for everybody. They wasn't there for me though. Sorry. I ain't crying. It's just my adrenaline. You smell me, Brazzy? Y'all really feel like that? Y'all really feel like Gilbert Arenas is like credible? Like, I think by now we've all proven how much he don't know. I don't want that Uzi. A combat shotgun? No way. Damn, I got chopped up. I'm just gonna have to get to it when I get there. We just gonna have to get to it. I'm gonna have to take out that gun shit. Jay-Z catalog is top 3. Well, we'll see. No, I didn't feel that way. Man, most of these dudes are in it for the entertainment. Well, yeah, when you come up in this game, you either with it or you ain't. Oh, they could tell right away who ain't with it. Y'all tell me another artist in this game that's on the level of Kobe Bryant. Well, I mean, not artist, but ball player. Mm-hmm. No, I seen T-Mac give it to dudes, like straight pickup games. He used to just give it to guys without even jumping. I was giving them the business. Yeah, Gilbert Arenas was I'd never seen Gilbert play one-on-one basketball. Like, I've never been on a run and seen Gilbert play, but you could tell Gilbert Arenas could play basketball. That's needless to say. Well, there's always going to be people with their tongue out or their face out saying something crazy that usually don't make a lot of sense. Well, it is what it isn't. Gilbert could play. I mean, if you want to say who's the better player, Tracy McGrady, D Wade, or Gilbert Arenas. I'm going to tell you like it is. Tracy McGrady is better than the three. T-Mac was better than him as an individual player. Now, NBA's all 75. T-Mac is one. D-Wade is one. Gilbert Arenas is not. He had a high 3 years, but they said, well, if he didn't get injured, well, I don't know. I think it was just work ethic. He was a great offensive player. Defense, he didn't play. He thought that was someone else's responsibility, not his. So well, when you are in a situation where the deck is always stacked against you, then accept no substitute. Damn. Oh, this shotgun is talking. I might as well shut up and keep toting the shotgun. Oh, that's me screwing around. I got a new weapon and went crazy. I had that thing beat up. Yes, I did do an update on the Puff case. Video is already made. Please go check that out. This shotgun, like, it's doing the trick. Mm-hmm. He should be coming home. But I'm going to get out of here and finish playing this game. I'm going to holler at y'all. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world. And I'm just giving my 2 cents on it.